Hello folks, this is Steve AB4L. You know where I am, right? Right in front of me where I'm going to turn left is Andrew Hunter Boulevard. You can see the digger there. Remember I visited here a couple of times and there's optical cable lying on the ground. I got to wait for traffic. There we go. I'm on a mission today. Oh, somebody's hauling a new tractor there. All right. That guy barely slowed down as I pulled off the road. What wonderful drivers. All right. What is the mission today? I'm going to take my camera, get out, and I'm going to once again examine the cable. First of all, the cable on the ground. And then the one that goes across the river. What am I going to do? What's my purpose today? I want to see if we can figure out the lengths. All right? So just hang on while I get out of the car. Oh, wait a minute. Somebody else is hauling some digging equipment. Like the tank treads on there? It's a real off-road one. It's a Kubota. I'm not promoting anything, but if you continue in the direction that truck went to, there's a Kubota dealer at 64. Steve, I'm going to get out of the car right now. All right. I got my stuttering self out of the car, folks. Oh, it's a nice, bright, sunshiny, windy day. You know, it's not so windy here, but up where I live, it is. Okay. The first one we want to look at is the cable that's on the ground. Please be patient. I'm just an old man hobbling along. Now, I'm going to make use of something that was pointed out to me by one of my commenters about the way the cable is manufactured. So we can see that it's back and forth, back and forth. It's one piece. Here's the end of it. One end of it. And we want to look. There it is. Yeah, it is every foot. Excuse me. It is every foot. I just wiped some dirt off. It is every foot. The marking is every foot. You see there's a marking right there. Let's make sure the camera's working. Pardon me. At the left side of that, it says 003690 feet. This is the 3,690th foot of the manufacturing run of this cable. Pardon me. Okay, it's every 2 feet. This one says 3692, so it's every 2 feet. That makes sense. The number we want to remember is 3690. Now there's loops of it here. Pardon my camera work, I don't care. I'm out here in the field. I'm a field engineer, a forward scout. I used to work for the Mossad. So how many are there? It's one piece, but it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's what I counted the other day. And I recollect these are still pieces from a car or a truck crash. I don't know how long ago. See that? Okay, here's the other end. There are the end of the loops. And we can see the marking there and the marking there. Let me get the dirt off of this very end. Pardon my camera work. Zero, 5216 feet. Zero, 5214. All right. Five, 216. Let's round it to 5,200. And I'm old. 5,200. I'm old. I don't remember the number at the other end. I'm old. But we're rounding it to 5,200. I'm old. See, I'm out here having fun. 5,200. Oh, we just remember 52. Can you remember the number at this end I'm going to come up to? The one that's back there is 5,200. Whoop, whoop, whoop. You can tell I'm old. $52 minus, we'll round that to 37. See, that's 3690, we round it to 37. 37, 47, and 4. How long is it? 5,200 minus 3,700. How much is 52 minus 37? 42 is 1,000 feet. 1,500 feet. Do I have that right? I'll be checking out with a calculator at home when I make the video. Does 1,500 feet sound like it's a reasonable distance to get to the other side? The hypothesis is this will be a second crossing, maybe as a spare. What else are we going to check on? Hope the camera's still working. Yeah, it is. This one is 3618. Right now, the marker is 3618 feet. That's kind of similar to that one. 3618. We'll remember 3600, right? What am I going to do? I'm giving a pause. Say it out loud. I'm going to get in my car, and I'm going to go over to the other side of the bridge, and I'm going to come to where this cable comes down and goes into here, and we are going to look at the marking. And we're going to remember that it's approximately 3,600 foot mark on the cable right here. And then we'll compare that length to the length of this. And if they're very similar, then it kind of suggests that the cable on the ground is meant for a second crossing. If it's really different, well, then we have to come up with a different idea. So, I'm coming back to my car. You know what these are, right? There's a whole bunch of them here. This must be one of those trees. All right, camera's still running, so I'm going to get in the car. All right, folks, are you ready for the short ride across the bridge? This is Andrew Hunter Road, a Revolutionary War figure, 1782. We're crossing the Deep River, and this is the Franklinville, Randolph County, North Carolina city limit. And as I remarked before, I really like the symbol they chose to represent the town. History lives here, established 1847, which is about when the mills got going, sort of, in this area. Okay, we've crossed the river. Let's get out. I'm out of the car. A lot of traffic. Now, the other day we looked at stuff over there, but what we want to do is come over here. Boy, that sun is nice and bright because there are no clouds today, and it's windy, and it's going to go below freezing tonight. And I'm just an old man jogging along. This will be interesting to see what it looks like looking into the sun. So, there's the telephone plenum, and there's the two orange conduits, and that's really bright even in my eyes. So we're interested in what's the length of this, and this is the same cable that we were just examining on the other side of the road. $3054. 3054. If we round that to 33,000 feet, and that was, what was it, 3,600 feet rounded? Then the cable lying on the ground is more than long enough to come across. Now, does that make sense? Let's assume at this point that I haven't misremembered and that I'm talking correctly, but I'll have to put an apology. One of the comments that was put on a previous video was talking about the techniques that they had used in the past to get stuff through, but he ended up talking about pulling the cable. And there are two. And if another one is coming from over there, and it seems to be too long, quote, too long, then when they get it to this side and bring it down like this, they may attach it to this and then go down there and continue to pull it. Just as they did with this one. This one. Because what do we notice here that's different than over there? What do we notice that's different here? It just occurred to me. Over there, when I stood by the telephone pole and got the initial mile marker off of this cable, it was next to one of those new boxes that they had put in the ground. Where's the box? There isn't one here. Why not? And this cable goes in here, but there's no box for them to have joined it to another cable to terminate it. But at that end, at the base of that power pole, utility pole, is a box, and that is presumably where this cable actually initiated. So where's the box? Why would they have to lay out let's assume that my calculation approximate of 600 feet to cross the river is correct. Where's the next box? I know where it is. We're going to have to get back in the car. Is it the one that's right here? Is there one right here? Do we remember from the other day? Is there one? See, before they came down here to go into the ground, but there's no box here. They haven't come and dug up and put a new box in. So where's the box? I'm looking down here and I can't see it. I can see a plenum for the telephone company. So let's get in the car. I know where it is. I'm going to show it to you. I've already shown it to you once. I'm going to show it to you again. And then it explains the length of that cable down there that's pre-cut. So let me get in the car. All right, I'm ready and I'm looking back. No traffic coming. Actually, there is now somebody coming. I'm just going to go down here to the museum building. I'm looking along on the ground and I don't see that new kind of box. I'm going to pull off the road here. We're going to have a look here. Is the box here? Let me get out of the car. Where's the box? The answer is the other end of the first cable coming across the river has not yet been joined up or terminated. There is no box here. But the cable that came across the river is right there on that guy wire, and it's bundled up and tied up there. And that bundle may or may not have anything to do with that black's joint box. I'm guessing it doesn't. I think this black one, the cylinder here, is the replacement cable for that thing that I discussed recently, and has nothing to do with that, because in fact there are two different kind of renewal operations going on here. One is actually adding new fiber to the curb capacity, and the other is upgrading the old capacity, and it's a different company or a different operation within the same company. And there is no box here because they haven't gotten to that stage yet, but they know that they're going to be bringing it down this pole. And how do I know that? Well, how many are already here? And it's at a, quote, road junction. And yes, they have done fiber to the curb. There's a box over there. They ran it up there. There's a box at the top of the hill. That little road is now gone out of permitted use for traffic. And I can tell you there are other local boxes down there for servicing customers. But the box we're looking for, which should be here, and then that would have come down the pole and not yet be shielded, and we could have read the marker on it and figured out whether the length from The box and pole on the other side of the river, coming all the way to here, is approximately the same length as the optical cable that's on the ground over on the other side. So in a sense, I can't finalize it because of that. Now, if you have a different scenario for what's going on, put it in a comment. I enjoyed coming out here. Is the cable on the ground on the other side of the river long enough to get over here? Well, we know there's about 600 feet to get across the river, so the answer is yes. Welcome to Franklinville. Remember, this town was settled around 1847, and we've got about 24 more years to go for 200, and things have happened in between, right? Steve A.B. Foyle, just enjoying this out here, this beautiful winter day, saying see you in 73.